Hey, what's up you guys? This is Anthony here from Tactical Solutions. Today we're going to be looking at 3 of the world's most ultralight backpacking stoves. Right here we've got the BRS 3000T weighing in at 0.9 ounces. Right here we have the Snow Peak LiteMax stove weighing in at 1.9 ounces. And right here we have the Soto Windmaster stove weighing in at 2.3 ounces. Each of these are considered the world's most ultralight stove in their own respects. For this review, we're going to be testing 3 different things. We're going to be testing the weight of each stove. We're going to be testing the boil time of each stove with 2 cups of water in a Toaks 750 ml titanium cup. And number 3, we're going to be testing fuel consumption of each of these stoves. This is going to be a 3-part video series where I take a look at each of these stoves individually. Let's go ahead and start out with the Snow Peak LiteMax stove. Now you're looking at the Snow Peak LiteMax stove weighing in at 1.9 ounces on my scale and per their website. Now in the previous video you did see that we reviewed the BRS 3000T pictured right next to the Snow Peak LiteMax, and we'll kind of compare some similarities and differences. They're very similar in the fact that these are both very light stoves. The Snow Peak weighing in at 1.9 ounces. Now, what are we going to benefit from with that extra ounce? Well, number 1, the quality and craftsmanship of this are much nicer than the BRS stove. Number 2, the valve system for the fuel is much more precise and much more controllable. Number 3, this stove performs much better in wind than the BRS stove. Number 4, it's a little bit quieter than the BRS stove. Number 5, our pot stands and our pot supports here are much more robust. A really nice feature of them is the way that they collapse down. It's a little easier to maneuver. Now with these pot supports, they are also much wider than on the BRS counterpart, and because of this, it can be used with a whole different array of cook pots and cups. In boiling water, this stove does very well. It does better with a little wider pot, and it does excellent with simmering. We'll do a boil test on this, and let's see how she goes. All right, this is a LiteMax stove. We're gonna wide open this one, 2 cups of water. Rolling boil, 3 minutes 38 seconds. Okay, this is going to be a Snow Peak LiteMax, 2 cups of water on about medium power. Rolling boil on medium heat in 4 minutes, 54 seconds. Let's wait up. Okay guys, now let's see how that boil test fared out. With the Snow Peak LiteMax stove, we were able to boil 2 cups of water in 3 minutes and 38 seconds. Pretty fast, but we did burn ½ an ounce of fuel. That's right, the LiteMax stove burned 0.5 ounces of fuel on high to get those 2 cups of water to boil in 3 minutes and 38 seconds. Compared to the BRS stove, which is supposed to be the fuel hog of the bunch, it burned more fuel. Remember, our BRS stove from episode 1 burned 0.3 ounces of fuel in 2 minutes and 57 seconds. So the BRS was faster on high and burned less fuel on high. That's pretty amazing. The LiteMax stove wasn't the best competitor on high, but most of us don't run our stoves on high in the field. For medium, we boiled 2 cups of water in 4 minutes and 54 seconds, and we burned 0.3 ounces of fuel. On medium, it did exactly the same as the BRS stove on medium, but it took about a minute longer to boil that water. So on high and medium, the BRS has fared out so far. And then when we went on low, we did do this off camera unfortunately, we boiled 2 cups of water in 7 minutes and 46 seconds and burned 0.2 ounces of fuel. On low, these things are pretty much the same. On medium, the BRS jumps ahead just a bit, and on high, the BRS jumps way ahead. So, fuel hog right here. Not a fan of this on high, but this thing is excellent for simmering, excellent for wider pots, pretty good in the wind, very reliable, and other than this dinky little thing, it's one of the lightest stoves out there. Well guys, this is gonna end it for episode 2 of this series. Next time, we're gonna be taking a look at the Soto Windmaster stove. This is the one you're gonna wanna stay tuned for. At $80, this is supposed to be one of the most fuel efficient and fastest stoves, and it is the world's lightest stove with a spark ignition. So stay tuned for episode 3. This has been another video from Tactical Solutions. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. We'll see you next time.